men remained the gold standard. Every month, the factory gave awards to its most productive workers, and Ranya's line placed first more times than she could count. The prized dinnerware sets and tea kettles cluttered her kitchen cabinet at home, useless in their abundance. Some people in the factory said that Rania manipulated production figures to make herself look better, and her tendency to play favorites didn't sit well with everyone. She had a way of attracting notice and charging into conversations, and executives or clients visiting the plant always asked who she was. Whenever management comes, there's just a little more interaction with Rania than with other people. She's always in their face, is how one senior manager put it. Arrogant, bullying, bossy, another executive rapped out between pursed lips. With her red supervisor's tunic, wide-legged black trousers, and silver bracelets jangling on her wrists, Rania stood out for her authority and sense of style. She was often the only woman in the factory who was wearing pants. Rania didn't know it yet, but her bosses had big plans for her. Most of the executives in the factory came from outside Egypt, and they were eager to promote a woman into a leadership position as a way to show all their other female employees what was possible. Little by little, they would add to Rania's production and management responsibilities. But they needed to be careful. If she took on too much at once, she might fail spectacularly and turn into a warning about what happens to women with too much ambition. For every Egyptian woman who works, 4 others stay home. The nation's percentage of women in the labor force is among the lowest in the world, and the number has remained flat for the past quarter of a century. Among some groups, such as college graduates, it has actually fallen. These facts contradict the common belief that globalization will bring opportunity, create jobs for women, and overturn social norms. It did happen this way in Taiwan, South Korea, China, India, and in conservative Muslim nations such as Malaysia and Bangladesh. Since the 1970s, Egypt has become deeply integrated into the international economy through its political alliances, along with increased trade, tourism, and migration. But the prospects for Egyptian women are getting worse. They're less likely to enter the workforce than they were 10 years ago. They're more focused on making a good marriage and becoming more financially dependent on men. In the experience of these women, globalization has closed more doors than it has opened. In other social realms, the country has made some progress toward equalizing opportunity for women. Girls and boys now attend school in comparable numbers, and Egyptian universities enroll more female than male students. Women are living longer, marrying later, and having fewer children than they did several decades ago. But the MENA region, the Middle East and North Africa, is the only part of the world in which such gains have not propelled women into the workforce, a puzzle that economists call the gender equality paradox. A World Bank study estimated that average household income would rise by as much as 25% if women in the Middle East worked at the same rates as their peers in other parts of the world. The bank also estimated that at the current rate of increase in female employment, it would take the region's women 150 years to catch up to the rest of the world. Resistance to female employment is grounded in a specific idea about male dignity. When a woman works outside the home, her family and community often interpret this act as a failure on the part of her husband. Chapter 4, verse 34 of the Quran says, "Men are the protectors and maintainers of women, because God has given the one more than the other, and because they support them from their means." Marriage is a complementary arrangement. The man supports his wife, and she obeys him in return. And wifely submission is written into the Egyptian legal code. A woman who leaves the house without her husband's permission is considered nashiz, rebellious, and forfeits her right to his financial support. Even when women work, their range of social acceptability is